Yeah, they didn't look comfortable in 8th position, and they were up against a very buoyant Alkhor, who had won their first match of the season in week 8. Struggling champions Lekhwiya were left surprised when they conceded a penalty in the first half. Julio Cesar stepped up to put Alkhor ahead. Early in the second half, Khalid Mufta had Lekhwiya level, but just 8 minutes later, Cesar was on target again for Alkhor. It was looking grim for Belmadi's men until Tae-hee hit the back of the net in the 73rd minute, and the relief was clearly apparent when Muntari headed in the winner in the 88th minute, lifting the champions back into the top half of the table. Oof. There was some nerves there. Even Chris and Nick couldn't watch that game on telly.
We tried to.
Yeah, I know. Right. He was screaming. You're like,
we were watching the Lekhwiya and Al Sadd against Alkhor and Karatia, and there was goals going in both games. It was incredible, but Alkhor gave it a real go. It's got to be said, but that's the first winning 6 now for Lekhwiya. And me and Nick have talked about it the last few days. Can they go on a run now and unsettle this top half of the QSL? Because I'm sure you know, they've got the players to be able to go on a 4 or 5 match winning run, and that'll really put the cat amongst the pigeons. That's what I feel.
Yeah. Let's just remind ourselves of the excitement there, Nick. And you know, conceding a penalty early on, later on in the first half, but surprising penalty, and then he slots it away and you're 1 down.
He's on form now, Cesar. We saw what he was all about end of last season. I think he got himself another contract by scoring the goals. He's back where he should be. And here's Mufta. You know, he always comes in with a few goals during the season. It's a fantastic strike. This was a tough night for the manager, Belmadi, because his team really put him through it. He was nervous, but all of a sudden Alkhor, they just kept going. They keep believing. All over the place there, as you can see, Lekhwiya. You know, they had the belief. You thought, are Alkhor going to do it? And it would have been an absolute valuable 3 points if they got this. But Lekhwiya are showing this little bit of determination, what they're going to need. And it was never going to be pretty at all. You know, Vice, who just kept going all the way through the night. What a lovely pass that was there. Namtia missed the penalty, but didn't just miss it. He sawed it over the crossbar, but then eventually scores. And they're going to need all your key players like this getting back to form.
That's a red card for Mosab. He's not really looked, has he? He's gone charging in. That was the first yellow he picked up. That played into their hands, I guess, Lekhwiya. I mean, let's face it, Alkhor down to 10 men makes a difference.
Great work by Louise Jr. on the far side. That's a fantastic goal. You put the service in like that, and that's why Muntari's in the Lekhwiya side for situations like that. It's a fabulous header.
Do you want to have a closer look at that Muntari header?
Yes, please.
Come on, and who's looking at that?
I'm just going to repeat what Chris has said. There's Muntari there, and there's a space what he's looking for. This guy's he's probably one of the best in the air. You know, he's looking in this area when the cross comes in. If you look at Lewis Jr., can he get down into the corner? It's a tough cross, this, and he catches it inch perfect. And this is what Muntari wants. You know, we talk a lot about Dioko and playing to his strengths, and we've just seen that there. Play to Muntari's as well, give him balls in the box. He's good. His all-round play is good as well, but he's deadly. Like a Duncan Ferguson who used to play for Everton, he is really good, you know, and that's it. You put the crosses in, and that's what he's capable of doing. So it's something different for Lekhwiya to be looking at.